One of the biggest mistakes people make when they apply for jobs is that they apply only to their favorite companies. Now you may be thinking, so what's the problem with that? Why would I apply to companies I don't like? So essentially what I mean is that very often people who lack experience with interview situations and with applications in general decide to apply to, let's say, 5 favorite companies right away without having any preparation, without having any warm-up. And then what happens sometimes is, they send an application, they either get rejected because they made some mistakes, or they enter the interview stage and they make some common mistakes, they feel uncomfortable, they feel anxious, because interviews are very uncomfortable for most of us, right? I mean, you go there, you have to answer questions asked by people you don't know, everybody's judging you, you feel observed, and nobody likes to feel observed. So, this is why many people fail during interviews. Obviously, if you are very confident in yourself, if you have a lot of experience with interview situations, then you can apply to some of the best companies straight away. But since you are watching this video, I assume that you need some help with interviews, meaning that you don't feel totally confident about your interview skills. What I would suggest to do instead is to apply to the company you don't really care about. Okay, your first application, let's say first few applications, should be to companies you don't really care about, just so you can get to the interview stage and practice in that company. So for example, if you want to, I actually don't want to mention any names now, but let's say you want to apply to company B and you really love company B. It's been your dreams for many years to work there. Don't apply to B, because you may not get it. You may make some common mistakes. Instead, apply to company A, the company that's actually pretty good. You wouldn't mind getting an offer, but you don't really care about it too much. But you know that their interview process is also very strict and similar to the interview process in company B. Now, when you apply to company A and you manage to get to the interview stage, you'll be able to practice many different techniques, strategies, for example, the ones learned in this course. But you'll be also able to test your limits, to test your strengths during an interview process. And by the way, sorry for the wind, because we are on the mountain now, and you'll be able to identify the weaknesses and learn how to fix them during the next interview. And I think that this is really essential, because when you attend an interview with a company you don't care about so much, you can really practice certain behaviors and you can learn about your reactions to stress, okay, for example. So I encourage you to do it. Before you want to apply to any company you really care about, do yourself a favor and create some sort of practice ground for yourself. Warm yourself up, and by the way, if you end up getting the job in the company you don't really like so much, at least you have an insurance policy, all right? If you don't get that job, that's fine. You had some practice, now you can apply to the company you really want. But if you end up getting the job accidentally because you're practicing but they liked you a lot, they give you an offer, you don't have to accept within a few days. You can tell them, okay, I need a couple of weeks. And at least when you go to the company that you really want, the company that you really desire, you will know that you have this insurance policy, which in turn will make you feel more confident, because it's always, people can see it, interviewers can see it, whether you are desperate or not. If you don't have any job sorted and you really need a job and you go to this amazing company you've been dreaming of, you will be stressed. They will see that you really want it, which is good in a way, but at the same time, they will see that you are kind of desperate. And you may be very stressed because you feel like your entire life is here. You make this bet, your entire life is here, your future is here, and you have to win. But if you know that you have other jobs sorted, then you will get this additional boost, injection of confidence and comfort that may lead to lower level of stress and better performance during an interview.